What is up, everybody? Skratch coming up with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Guess what we have right here on the screen? Ultimate DeathKnight Hunt. Reach 7 days of play before October 27 to get Ultimate DeathKnight. Of course, he's gonna come in with a regeneration set. Now, let's have a look at the champion, man, because that's kind of like what we want to see. Ultimate DeathKnight, he still looks a bit scared, like he's shocked. What happened, you know? But he looks pretty freaking awesome as a champion. Let's have a quick look at the skills, though. That's what matters. Then we're gonna check him at level 60. Actually, let's check him directly at level 60 if we can do that, because why not? He is force affinity, and for our surprise, he's a defense-based champion, right? This kind of shows me that Platinum doesn't really know what's happening with their champions in the game. Who puts defense boots on accurate? Maybe 1% of the players that have him. Everybody else either goes with HP, or if they're new players, they're gonna go with speed boots. But all around, he's a defense-based champion, which is not bad. And honestly, I feel like a lot of people thought that this champion will be awful. I'm here to change your mind. His base stats, they look pretty freaking impressive. Let me actually move my big head out of the way so you guys can see them as well. Even better. So pretty good base stats all around. His A1 attacks one enemy, 30% chance of placing a provoke debuff for 1 turn. The chance increases to 55 against legendary champions. Fully booked, that goes to 75 or 50%. That makes him amazing for Hydra. The A2 attacks all enemies on a 3-turn cooldown fully booked. Has a 100% chance to land decrease attack debuff for 2 turns. Also a 100% chance to land fear against legendary champions on a 3-turn cooldown. Pretty freaking good. The A3 places a shield buff and a 15% continuous heal buff on all allies for 2 turns. Fully booked, this goes to 3-turn cooldown. The value of the shield buff is proportional to this champion's defense. That definitely sounds pretty good. Valkyrie, Helicat, they all have this sort of multipliers on the shield, and they all have this sort of skills. Now I quickly want to show you the multipliers for the champion, because hey, my people are not sleeping. The A1 has a 3.5 multiplier. The A2 has a 4-point multiplier. The A3, which is the shield skill, has a 2.5 multiplier. Valkyrie has a 4-point multiplier. Helicat has a 3.5 multiplier. So his shield is not going to be as big as Valkyrie's or Helicat. It's actually going to be around half of the shield from a Valkyrie. His defense is not as high as Valkyrie's either, his base defense. But all around, he's a solid champion. He's definitely doing some interesting things. What about the passive? Because we have 2 passives going on as well. He really wanted to be like Necrit. I can see that. Too awesome to die. Whenever an ally is attacked, has a 100% chance of completely blocking 1 hit, decreasing the incoming damage to 0. This champion will receive that damage instead. The chance decreases to 50% if the attacker is a boss. Does not work if the attack on the ally was an AoE attack. Whenever an enemy is healed, heals this champion by 20% of that heal. So this is not going to be broken for Arena. How you can notice right here, when an ally is attacked and is not AoE, has a 100% chance to completely block a hit. If you're using a Kymar to smack your opponent in Arena, he's going to block that hit. It's not going to make a difference if it's a massive damage or it's barely any damage or anything like that. It's literally going to block the very first hit, or at least that's what the texting here says, okay? It's not mentioning if it's a critical hit, a fatal hit, or anything like that. Now, whenever an enemy is healed, heals this champion as well by 20% of the heal, which is pretty good to keep him alive. Didn't need him, increases this champion's HP, defense, and speed by 10% for each dead ally. Sounds pretty interesting. His aura increases ally defense in all battles by 30%. Now, probably you guys are wondering, what's with Mr. Nibbles running around here, the rat? Well, the whole idea is that Mr. Nibbles is gonna be the animation for this skill. Rats off to you. He's basically gonna send Mr. Nibbles in there, and he's gonna drop attack down and fear on the enemies, which is gonna be pretty cool. I gotta say it, a lot of people expected this champion to be rubbish. I feel like they've definitely gave us a good champion. Okay, he's a very solid champion. He's gonna be great for Hydra, great for progression all around. How I mentioned, if the skill works in the way they actually described it, I don't think he's gonna be wow for Arena or anything like that. But he still can be a very solid champion all around for your 3v3 Arena. It's not gonna be meta. That's kind of what I mean with Arena, you know. Very good base stats. 20,640 HP, 1,421 defense, 97 speed. We start with 40 resistance, 20 accuracy. DeathKnight, don't drop your sword, dude. You cannot drop your sword. It's kind of like that saying, don't drop the soap, you know? You gotta make sure you're not dropping that sword. Keep it on, you gotta fight. But basically, this is the champion, guys. 7-day login champion. Everybody can get him for free. Seems like he's a bit clumsy, dropping the sword, his helmet covering his head, the rat running around him. I'm curious to see him in action. Now, this is not gonna be a champion that we're gonna have on the test server, guys, or anything like that. We're gonna have to actually log in for 7 days in order to get him, same like everyone else, and that's when we're gonna be able to try him out. He does look pretty freaking awesome. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What do you think of the champion? Excited to put your hand on him? I definitely feel like he's a solid champion. He can potentially help you in the clan boss as well, as an attack down champion, as a shield champion. So I feel like he's definitely not a bad option to have on your list. Maybe you're gonna get him on your referrals accounts, you're gonna get him on multiple accounts, because why not? I'm pretty sure we're gonna be able to pull this champion once the event is done, you know, so people can actually summon him, people that are coming to the game in the future. But it's an awesome event from Plarium to give us a champion for free, and we're gonna get tons of other promo codes. If you haven't got the promo code yet, DK Rises, okay, that's the code that you gotta use, and you're gonna get tons of potions to ascend your champion. Now, if we're quickly gonna compare his multipliers as a damage dealer with other champions in the game, let's just have a quick look at Solus, for example. So Solus has a 2.8 on his A1. On his A2 has a 1.8. On the A3 has a 4.9, while he has a 4 point on the AoE, which is the A2. So he's not gonna hit as hard, but he's still gonna do pretty solid damage. What about, let's just say, Ignatius, right? What do we have on Ignatius? So Ignatius has on the A1 a 3.8. That's actually pretty strong. A 4.9 on the other AoE and a 5.6. So he has better multipliers than Ultimate DeathKnight. So by the looks of it, just kind of like from my own experience with the damage that I know that Solus does and Ignatius, he's not gonna be such a great nuker. So he's not really intended to nuke. So if a lot of you guys kind of hoped to get a new nuker, seems like it's not really the case with Ultimate DeathKnight, you know. His multipliers won't be that crazy on this skill. This one doesn't attack, so it's basically just this one cracking on it. That was all for this video, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Excited, not excited? What do you think of the champion? You think he's gonna be good for your account? Is he gonna help your progression or no? Appreciate all of you guys watching. Much love, and I'll catch you all soon in the next video. Peace.